Well, it's the fifth day since the Nifty index hasn't moved more than 0.5% in either of the directions. So clearly, it's the consolidation phase that we are in. Today also the Nifty index saw range bound movement, in fact just about 48 odd points on the Nifty index. So the index opened higher led by global cues, but gave up all those gains to end just almost unchanged at 9311. But Agam, we are also seeing some resistance building up.
Yes, so as you mentioned, we are looking at consolidation. So there is very little change with respect to open interest in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty futures. And again, because there is consolidation, we are also looking at accumulation in the same options. So with respect to the kind of changes we are witnessing, it's the 9,300 put which has seen the most amount of accumulation today, signifying that we are looking at that as a level where we are looking at resistance building. As you can see here by this red bar, the 9,300 put is where we're looking at an increase towards open interest. That brings me to the range, the 500 point range, that hasn't changed. So it's between 9,000 and 9,500 based on maximum open interest. Again, we are waiting for cues from the futures to determine where the markets are headed. Before now, it looks like very much around 9,300 is going to call for some more consolidation.
All right, not good news there, but when it comes to the broader markets, while it was your PSU banks, real estate stocks and tire stocks that were buzzing, when it came to the Nifty index, it was the tech stocks which were providing significant support. So you have HCL Technologies and Infosys both sitting on gains of 1.5 to 2%. Bharti Infratel, Power Grid Corp and Ultratech Cement, all of them well above 2%. On the other hand, it was the pharma pack which was trading weak. Lupin gave up nearly 3%, as well as Aurobindo Pharma followed with a loss of about 2%. In fact, both these stocks have made their fresh 52-week lows now, and with them a lot of mid-cap pharma names were also trading relatively weaker today. Agam, lot of pharma names in your mid-cap stocks.
Yes, but before I go to pharma names, I want to address ICICI's preview, and I suspect we're not expecting substantial growth, at least in its net interest income on a year-on-year basis.
Right, Agam, so when it comes to the NI, yes, it's seen absolutely flat, 5424, that's the number that we're working with, but net profit is seen growing about threefold to 142 crores as compared to 700 crores in the base quarter. Now remember, there were two things in the base quarter. One, there was a significantly higher other income component on the back of the bank's stake sale in its insurance subsidiaries, and it also made an exceptional one-time higher provision out of that profit. So again, both those factors playing out, net interest income, net profit is seen growing to 2142 crores. Loan growth trends again seen pretty muted, 7 to 9% numbers what the street is working with. Asset quality trends will continue to remain weak. We have to watch out for any possible hits that could come from the JP Group exposure. That apart, of course, the street will be keeping an eye on slippages and the movement in the watch list. Again, slippages were close to 7,000 crores in the last quarter, that is Q3, and that's the number that analysts are working with this time around also. But the bank has ended nearly 1% lower ahead of earnings.
Sure. So, now that you addressed the larger cap stocks, in the broader markets too, we're looking at something of a continuation of trend that we've seen over the past few days. That is very evenly spread market breadth. Coming to the Nifty 500, let's take a look at some of the gainers in today's day of trade. Starting off with Ballarpur Industries and Intellect Design Arena. Both of them have gained well over 9% today. That's followed by SRI Infrastructure, Ashoka Buildcon, Bhushan Steel, Raymond, of course, reacting to its earnings, and Godrej Properties, where we are keeping an eye on, of course. It's going to report its earnings tomorrow. We have gains in other realty companies like Soba Realty as well, and Cummins India, on the back of an upgrade from Morgan Stanley, has gained as much as 5.3%. But going to the losers, and we have seen substantial weakness in the likes of Shilpi Cable Technologies. It's been buzzing on high volumes, not just today, but over the past 3 sessions. Biocon has also declined by as much as 5%, followed by SH Kelkar, Adani Power, Ipca Laboratories, and Sun TV Network, of course, on the back of the news flow that we are looking at, some weakness for now. But on the whole, once again, the momentum is with the gainers, and if you leave the market breadth out, tomorrow is going to be another earnings heavy day. We will have the likes of HDFC in the large caps, and in the mid caps we'll have the likes of Godrej Properties, Overall Realty, as well as MRF all announce their earnings. And of course, don't forget, we are likely to see a reaction globally when it comes to the Fed meeting. Of course, when it comes to their moving rates, there's a very low probability, as much as 13% according to the Bloomberg consensus. So that's another thing to watch out for. But that is all that we have for today. Stay tuned in a BloombergQuint, and we will see you tomorrow.